Oh, why is my mic not picking up? Oh, there it is. Hello. Oh, hi, Froggy Cat. Turn the speakers up. Oh, yeah, that was hair tie. Fish. Wait, why am I floating? Why am I so far down now? What is happening? I'm realizing I have not been in my OBS to like settings in a long time. Very, very long time since I settled. Just got done with the shower. Yes, it's the Nizzler. The Nizzly. To be confused with the Evil Company. Very, very legally distinct spellings. Oh. Get shouted out, nerd. Get shouted out, nerd. Get supported. Okay. We need to reorient. Go. I have found a very unique tip studio. No, never those items that they add think it's adorable. So I'm gonna recolor it. I'm gonna recolor it to light coral, and it's just gonna be. I'm gonna let her. I have who has my string. Like the style, half lip, like eyes have. This was her kind of. Please ignore that very, very loud noise. Papa Nez is grinding up some flour to make bread. So Father Nez, my dad, he likes finding healthy things to eat. He's very much into the health foods and things, and is currently on healthier forms of bread, so he gotten unprocessed grain and a grain grinder. So that noise that you hear, in the background is him, and he's decided to do it at night, which is the best time to do it, but it is it's not a bad time to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this down. I'm just gonna turn this down. So that's a fun fact about Papa Nez. He likes finding healthy foods. He likes healthier ways to make foods. And, okay, it sounds like he's stopped. So yeah, he's been on a bread baking kick recently. It's been but yeah, I think he's done. Okay, I think he's done. I can turn my mic back up. What's happened? Oh, wait. So, excuse me, I might be a little sniffly because the plants, awakening slumber. The plants are doing their thing. I am now suffering the spring. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Wrong room. Okay, so he just came in and asked me for bread. I have to go look it up. I'll be right back. later. Yes. Hello. So this is the thing that was in the corner. This little thing is in VTube Studio. Ada, ada. Ada, ada. Well, that was a bit close. GB, yeah, it's GB. I love the hair physics on it. But yeah. I'm gonna edit this to look like a friend of mine who used to go by Juno Uzuki. This thing basically looks like how she used to look. It's so cute. Okay, it goes bye bye. Everyone say bye bye to the GB. Bye bye GB. Can I have it? How much? So, if you download VTube Studio, I believe it's free. I'll pay $900 for it. I'll sell my soul. You can have it for $3. $3 at freebucks.com. While I would love $900, I did not make it. So, another artist made it. Actually, does it say who made it? Oh, Moshi Studio. So next to a lot of the assets in VTube Studio, sometimes it'll tell you who made them. So it says this one was made by Moshi Studio. What the heck? What the helly? Okay. $3.99. It is over 3,000. Yes. $3. Wow, cuddle time. Yes, it's cuddle time. We get to do cuddles. Hopefully you guys can't hear that movie in the background too loud. But there's now bread rising in the kitchen. So we will have fresh bread tomorrow. Netflix with the 5-stream streak. What? Oh my gosh. Congratulations on your streak. Hello, Abyss. No, you are not late. Welcome in. I can do its major. Oh. Hold on. You just reminded me to turn on Mix It Up. In the words of Convoy, they call me prepared. Why no work? Because I didn't do the thing. I will do the thing for you. There we go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was my bad. I fixed it. Yay. You know what? I'll do another one for you since I've got unlimited points. Furry head pets. But yeah, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Sorry I was gone for so long. I was helping Papa Nez make some bread. He makes bread. Now, that's There is another point. Who you pointing at? Who you pointing at? But yeah, there's Papa Nez, there's Mama Nez, and there's me, Nez Nez. There are also the sibling Nezes as well, but they don't usually show up. You just get Nez Nez. Almost any time that I disappear, it's because Papa Nez or Mama Nez is asking me a question. Yes, Nez squared, exactly. Everybody take a sip. Sip time. Everybody take a sip. Excuse me. I am very congested all of a sudden. I don't know why. I was not congested when I started. But by the time I hit this room, I am now congested. Anyway, so it has come to my attention that apparently you can hit fulfilled on redeems. And I have been told by a very knowledgeable party that if I were to reject all 182 redeems that I've gotten over the past that I've received. Let's see, how long ago was that? 6 months. That everybody would get refunds. You've redeemed brushing. I will do some brushing. Give me just a moment. So, I have decided to test, based on this person's advice, that it will cause 0 problems. Fellas, as always, while I'm here, if you can't afford a trigger, just ask and I got you. Abyss, you just got your Nez tax refund. There you go. Nez points tax refund. So, if I understand that correctly, any points that have been spent in the past 6 months just got sent back to everyone. So, Abyss has got your back. Any redeems? Abyss has got you. He's got you. I have over 550. Nice. Oh my god, I'm rich. Yes. Abyss is probably among the richest ones here. I've got 8.5k. Let's go. Let's go. Did the head pat do the thing? Did the head pat do the thing? Did it not work? Hello, Yippit Jolton. I can redeem 11 head pats. Hell yeah. I'm off at a decent time. Want all the head pats. Yay. I'm gonna be bold. Now it's 10. Remember what Deadpool said. Keep count. You gotta keep count. Okay, so we have. That being said, now I know how to keep up with my are good luck accidental loud noise, so the stream can only go well from here. You're moving so slowly. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, why? Why? Oh, I am moving slower like a PowerPoint presentation. Oh no. My internet hasn't been doing very well. I did have a power outage not too long ago, maybe like a week ago, and all of the internet usage has been a little slow in my home. Wi-Fi has been a little wonky. Is it okay now? Lowering to 480 helped yours. Oh, good. Oh, my hair's a little tingly in the back. Brushed. You get internet totals. Interesting. Yep. It is a nightmare. No one wants to bring their internet to the stall walls, but we make it work. It takes forever to schedule a person to install it. My hair is going to be so smooth tomorrow. Question, how fast / how many times can I redeem packs for it not to be considered annoyingly spamming? You may redeem as many headpacks as you like. Now, yeah, headpacks are not really annoying. do it 2 times too fast, the second one doesn't show. Oh no. Okay, good. Good. Take notes. Oh, everybody. It's time to see what kinds of students you are. Everybody put in exclamation point student. We must see what kinds of students we've all been this semester. It is time to see. Let's see. Oops, sorry. A bad one. It takes a moment is all. Based, come back here, says 67. That's a good one. You have to wait for it to show up. You have to wait. It takes a minute. All of my things are slow. Abyss, you are a 75% good student. Very good. A C. God, I've been slacking. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh right. Yeah, 67 is a fail. Oops. Look, I will say everything above a 50 is a pass. Everything above 50 is a passing grade for me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Based, but you must do better. Abyss, you must put in some more flashcard time. You must look at your flashcards a little more often. You'll be fine. You'll pass this semester. It's fine. Okay, let's see what kind of student the student has been. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, like I said, everything above 20, everything above a 20 is a pass. So 20 and above is a pass. Everything above a 19 is pass. That's what I meant. Everything above 19. It's okay, that makes sense. You're the teacher, not the student. Oh, that's true. But I feel like the teachers are they should still be good students because they know what to do. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Exactly. Do you I was wondering if you were always that bright. No, it does that for some reason. When I open up another window, it does that. Like this. Good. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Do you want the microscope looking picture or the Google Images cartoony looking picture for kids? Which one do you want? We're going to look at the kids one. Okay. So this is the Google image for kids. Okay. But you are the light of my eye. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm making this big so that we can see. This is kind of bright, I'm sorry. Okay, so this, you can't see my cursor. I just realized you can't see my cursor. I'm pointing at things and you can't see it. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, we've now made a cursor. Okay, so this, no. This is the cell wall. Okay, this part is the cell wall of the mitochondria. Ooh, mitochondria. So, no. The cell wall does do things, but this structure, this zigzag structure inside of the mitochondria, these walls are called the cristae, which is this word right here. Abyss what? Abyss what? I'm doing my best. I don't have a blackboard. I'm doing my best. Do you have something to add? Unfortunately, I have to go to bed now. School, okay. Good night, Abyss. Good night, Abyss. Have a good night. Sleep well. But yeah. So this zigzag structure here, these are called the cristae, and this is where ATP synthesis happens. The reason why it is zigzag instead is because it increases the surface area for the ATP synthesis. That's what this stuff is. So there are granules in here. The matrix is this fluid. The ribosomes are, well, I think they're, again, I'm pointing to things with my mouse and you can't see them. So this blue liquid is what's called the matrix. The ribosomes are these the ribosomes are, they're not always visible sometimes, but basically it's number 2, which is pointing at basically nothing, but ignore that. Just pretend there's something there. Number 3 is the cristae, where it's pointing at the layers. Yeah. Okay, I see your point. I am a teacher person. I like to talk. schools be taught like this? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very good question. I think some are starting to. It's called online learning. But yeah. I did have a teacher once, and he was very in tune with like the attention span of the current like generation of students. Like to the minute he understood like he was very, very good at even for a math professor, at telling jokes and kind of trying to lighten up the mood instead of just kind of barreling through with the information. This was a physics class, and basically you could tell that he had done a lot of work and research on like the psychology of students from different generations, because he basically told us, he's like, so I'm probably gonna pop jokes approximately every 30 minutes or so, because I know that you guys, he's like, I know this is a math class, and yeah, y'all's attention span this early in the morning is about 20 minutes at best. So every now and then, I'm gonna pause, and we're just gonna have a chill moment to wake up again. He was very, very good. That's the only math class I've ever enjoyed, and it was physics. Physics. I passed. I loved that class. I wish he could teach more math classes. He did a very, very good job. And sometimes he would be writing things on the board, and he would turn around to see if we got it, and you could almost see the look in his face. Oh, I've lost them. And he would just stop and say, okay, what part of this do you not understand? And he had this really, really big whiteboard. He would just go section by section in the equation. Okay, where did I lose you guys? Raise of hands. Where did I lose you? Did I lose you here, here, or here? And we would all raise our hands for the beginning of the equation. But he was just very, very good at wanting input. Yeah, it was a very, very good class. Speaking of class, we're going to be reading today. I'm still open to any other ASMR redeems. This is just the thing that I'm definitely going to be doing as I pass the time. I'm going to be reading from chapter 6 of my current book. It should be very, very boring. It should be very boring and very easy to sleep to. So I hope you enjoy. Feel free to do other redeems if necessary. Oh man, I sucked at physics. I did too until I took that class. That's a class where you can tell the teacher actually wants the students to pass and they actually care. Though now I realize, because he did tell us later on in the semester that he had been put on notice. He had been put on notice because he had been failing too many students. he was trying. That's the goofy part. Is like, it's not necessarily that he just wanted us all to pass. He was trying not to get fired. But that's what it looks like when the teachers actually try. They figure out why the hell are these children with jobs failing. Oh dang, then you got the lucky year of his class. Yeah, I got probably the lucky, probably third year, because he said this had happened like some years prior. And I think he said it because he recognized some people who had probably taken his class before. But yeah, he it's interesting. A lot of the teachers I'm finding in the Stodology track, a lot of them enjoy talking if you get them talking about like the philosophy of why they teach things a certain way. And I've been lucky to have a few where there was the curriculum chronologically, but because of student input, they realized, oh, some students actually need to skip this part until later. So we're going to skip this chapter, go to the next one, and then come back. Like this particular chapter. Been very fun. Yeah, I basically got one of the lucky years of his class because he was trying not to get fired. But it still wasn't easy. It's just like he let us work in groups and things, and he gave us a lot of stuff to read, but not too much. That's actually, yeah, anyway, I need to stop talking about class. Because I'm not in class, I'm supposed to be enjoying the last hour of my spring break. So, we're going to be learning about CAM. Thank you for that. And alternative medicine, CAM, and the types of CAM modalities used. First off, what is the prevalence of CAM use? The National Health Interview Survey is administered by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention and the National Center for Health Statistics. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health developed questions addressing complementary health approaches, and this section was administered in 2002, 2007, and 2012 surveys. Now, basically, what this means is they noticed a prevalence of non-hospital, non-physician-based health modalities, and a modality So they decided to determine its prevalence. The analysts also included assessing differences or similarities in the CAM use at the time of the surveys in 02, 07, and 12. That's when they were determining that. The most commonly used non-vitamin, non-mineral dietary supplements that have stayed fairly consistent. The most commonly used were non-vitamin, non-mineral dietary supplements. So, as an example, ashwagandha, that's non-vitamin and non-mineral. If you take a tincture of some sort, that would be non-vitamin and non-mineral. The most commonly used were the non-mineral and the non-vitamin. Deep breathing, used independently or as an adjunct to other approaches, was second in use. Yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong ranked third, and all increased yoga the most of those three. Again, we're still only looking at those 3 years. 02, 07, and 012. The fourth highest use was of chiropractic and osteopathic manipulation, which will probably also include massage type therapy. Meditation came in 5th. In addition, homeopathic medicine, acupuncture, hello cowboy, hello fish boy, hello, and naturopathic medicine each increased in those years, 02, 07, and 012. Ayurveda, biofeedback, guided imagery, hypnosis. I don't know why I stumbled on that word, hypnosis. I am hypnosising you to sleep. And energy healing had no significant change and remained fairly low in use during the 3 time periods. So basically during 02 to 012 there was pretty significant increases in adults using non-vitamin and non-mineral supplementation in addition to medicine. Among those surveyed, those stating they had used any complementary health method during the past 12 months increased over 3 times. My nose is running. I have to go. I'll be right back. people seek alternative forms of medical care have been proposed. They may be dissatisfied with conventional treatment, as it is expensive, impersonal, and ineffective for some, or it may feel ineffective. By the way, I'm not saying in any way not to go to a medical doctor. This is just a class
purpose is like the observation of alternative medicine in addition to traditional medicine, or big medicine, or whatever, however you want to call it, is used in combination, not to exclude either one. That's what this class is about. So the questions that we're going over are these. So why do people seek alternative forms? That's why. It is expensive. It is expensive. Yeah. Yes. Alternative forms of treatment may be compatible with users' own values and spiritual beliefs regarding the nature of their illness. People may desire a greater sense of control over their own treatment and seek out a doctor who will allow them choices about their own health care. One of our discussions recently has been about how whenever you have a physician, if that physician doesn't really fit for any reason, there can be any reason, first of all, but you can fire them. You can look for another physician. You don't have to marry yourself to one, particular doctor, especially if they don't listen to you or if they brush off your symptoms. There's many a story about doctors who dismiss symptoms, and then years later, hello Alex, hello, we're talking about medicine. Hello, you got a 3-stream streak. What? Nice. You got the Triforce streak. But yeah, so one of our recent discussion posts, because we still gotta do discussion posts. It was about, one, we were talking about, how you can fire your doctor and find a new one. You don't have to marry yourself to one particular doctor, especially if they're not actually taking care of you. It is inconvenient. It takes time and effort to find a new one, but in the end, it is way better to spend that effort to find a new doctor if your current one is not really listening or taken care of. And we kind of had previously read about stories where maybe doctors were a bit dismissive of symptoms, and it led to unnecessarily negative outcomes years later because they weren't really listening. And that's kind of one of the reasons why some people turn to alternative medicine, because it tends to be more personable, a little more caring. I don't know if that has to do with just how old these practices are. They just tend to be more personable, and the people, they feel like they seem to care more. When I was a kid, I only went to one doctor, and I'm pretty sure yeah, that also happens. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't care if a person is a doctor. I'm not leaving my kid with them for any period of time. My parents didn't do that. Like, they were in the room until I was like a teenager, and then it was like, do you want us to stay in the room? And I was like, yeah, sure. Pretty much. But yeah, oof. I'm so sorry, Alexis. I'm so sorry that happened. But see, that's one of the reasons why you get to fire your doctor as an adult, if they make you feel uncomfortable. That's a prime reason. Because 2026, we have free will. If anybody tells you you don't, fire them. That's been my catchphrase for this past 3 months. We have free will. 14. Oh no, I'm so sorry. But I'm glad you got to switch. Hopefully your next doctor was better. Desiring a greater amount of control in their medical care is also something we talked about, because you don't need a medical degree mainly to understand the beneficial effects of a lot of like herbs and Ayurvedic herbs and meditation and things like that. They're pretty straightforward to understand. You can get into the weeds about how and why, thyme or ashwagandha and all these different types of herbs. You can get in the weeds about like how and why they work, but on its face you can just go, hey, this fixes congestion, eat it, and you can just do that. The searching for why it works is also pretty straightforward. You know how you don't go to gyno till you're in your teens or anything. So before exercise stuff, he would do what a gyno. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no, they're not supposed to do that at all. That's not part of their job. Not really. No. And even now, like as an adult, you go to a physician, they don't necessarily... Okay, actually, I have not been to a doctor in a minute. Wait, when was I at the doctor last? I don't think I've been to a doctor in over a decade. But no, they are not. They're absolutely not supposed to do that on children, unless there is like a concern about pain or something that is the reason why you're coming to the doctor. And even then, they would probably recommend you go to a specialist to be checked out specifically. But yeah, many individuals who use CAM tend to be innovative and on the cutting edge of cultural change. They are very interested in the environment and the world and possess a greater sense of spirituality. And for anyone who just came in, CAM is complementary alternative medicine. So it's meant to be in combination, not instead of. For example, food that is labeled as organic rather than processed. Kapchuk and Eisenberg wrote about the persuasive appeal of CAM and identified 4 major elements. The first element is the association of CAM with nature, a metaphor for many alternative medicines or therapies. For example, food that is labeled as organic rather than processed is desired. CAM therapies are supposedly more natural than artificial or pure rather than synthetic. Terms such as pure versus synthetic comprise the language. Organic rather than processed foods are bought and consumed as a result, stores that sell herbal supplements and organic food supplies have proliferated into the thousands and can be found in most cities. Now, one thing to keep in mind is companies that try to take advantage of, certain types of like buzzwords. Something real quick. Excuse me, I sneeze. Ooh. I don't know where this congestion has come from. It's really, really sudden. So Alexis, I'm really sorry that happened. I am going to be deleting those last few messages, because that's kind of will fall under trauma dumping a little bit. So I am gonna delete those if I can figure out how. I don't actually know if I know how. No, yeah, it does. It does. It does fall under the category. And this is why I should not mod for people. I don't know how to delete messages. Never mind. yeah, so one thing to think about when it comes to alternative medicine is definitely it's good to be able to switch doctors and communicate, though. Yes, definitely good to communicate, and this is why I think probably more people should be like mandatory reporters, especially like nurses in doctors' offices, or like things like that can be reported anonymously by patients. I think that sort of thing would happen less if they were able to, especially children. But one thing to keep in mind in the product production for more natural and less synthetic, medicine is that certain words, certain buzzwords can accidentally get used as marketing, and they don't necessarily mean anything. One of these words is chemical. If something has chemicals in it, it's bad. We've all heard stuff like that. Okay. But yeah. So something like a chemical being in a thing is bad is something that has been fairly popular now. You want to get away from the chemicals, so let's get away from the chemicals. Everything is actually chemicals. Everything is chemicals. That not having chemicals isn't a thing. Hello, Aile. Hello. Any product that say that it detoxifies, it's no, because one thing that you should know about scientists is they love being specific. They love being specific. They love it. It's their bread and butter. They will annoy people with how specific they can be. They love it. So, toxins doesn't mean anything. Detoxifying doesn't, by definition, mean anything when it comes to medicine. Now, there are things that filter. Filter is a word that means something, and it can be described specifically, which is, again, the thing doctors and scientists love. Do you know if Convoy is going live? Sorry, I keep changing the subject. You don't have to answer, I'm just curious. I'm not sure. If you're in Discord, you may shoot him a DM. He may answer if he's not already asleep. But yeah, anything that says it'll detoxify XYZ, you don't have Discord? That's fine. That's fine. Discord may be going the way of the MySpace because of all the weird stuff they're suggesting of doing. But yeah. Detoxifying and chemical free. Again, they don't mean anything because everything is made of chemicals. Sodium. Whoops. I may or may not. Didn't they cancel all of these things? They did. The problem is that they were considering it in the first place. That's kind of the problem. If they start considering it, that means they were thinking about it. And if they're thinking about it, they don't just stop thinking about it. Yeah? Usually it means it's just going to come back later in a different form. Sometimes. I could be wrong. But, yeah. Yeah. So things that are like, Yeah, to get to be more specific on toxin, because it seems intuitive when you think about it, because toxins are like, oh, heavy metals, or help filter your blood. If a product is going to help you get rid of heavy metals, it will quite literally just say it'll help you get rid of heavy metals. It doesn't have to be vague. Scientists do not like being vague. They abhor being vague. They hate it. Crocheting your brain, yes. They abhor being non-specific. That's why they made so many words. So many seemingly unnecessary words for simple stuff. Oh, thank you for following, Elay. Hello, welcome into the barrel. But yeah, as an example of, say, a chemical that you do want, there are many chemicals that you do want. Dihydrogen monoxide. Dihydrogen monoxide. Sounds dangerous, huh? Sounds like evil space chemicals. No, it's just water. That's the scientific name for water. A lot of the stuff that... Thank you, Alexis. Water time, Sibby. Yeah, a lot of marketing has gone into making, again, big air quotes, chemicals seem dangerous. Completely obfuscating the fact that everything is made out of quote unquote chemicals. But you see how chemicals is kind of a non-specific, vague usage. Chemicals, and specifically their chemical makeup, is a way to word things where you know exactly what's in it, using either the Latin or whatever other language they used in medical terminology. Fun fact, they used a fuck ton of languages in medical terminology. It's hilarious. It would be hilarious if I didn't have to read it. It'd be hilarious if I didn't have to read it and know what these things say and be tested on it. But yeah, dihydrogen monoxide is just water. Sodium is salt. I know there's a specific one for salt. Like, let's look at salt. Damn, my Google is slow. But yeah, sodium chloride. Are you a scientist? I am a stotologist because I'm a stoat scientist. Yes, indeed, I am. Thank you for noticing. But yeah, mainly medical science, medical stoat sciences. Yes, indeed. Yeah. But yeah, sodium chloride is just salt, but it sounds dangerous. Dihydrogen monoxide is just water. Oh, scary. Oh, what's another one I know? Oh, sodium hydroxide, which I use to make soap. It's just lye. It's an alkali. It's just super Saiyan antacid. That's it. Doesn't sodium bicarbonate. Oh my gosh. The horror. Cookie powder. You use it to make cookies. Cookie salt. It's cookie salt. It's baking salts. Literal baking salts. You bake it into cookies and some cakes. I'm sure someone uses it. Oh, pancakes. You don't use as much baking powder, which is also another one. I don't remember what all is in baking powder. I think it's sodium bicarbonate and some other thing. the other one, I don't know. It's magic. It's magic. I don't know. But again, you see how that name, baking powder, sounds kind of vague. Chemicals, kind of vague. Toxins, kind of vague. Organic versus inorganic. It just means whether or not it has carbon in it. That's it. Synthetic versus non-synthetic. A lot of synthetic things come from natural sources. Processed versus not processed. That one's a little complicated to go into because there are processed foods that we recognize as being bad, and there are processed foods that we don't really think of. First and foremost, every food you eat, every single one, unless you got it out of the ground and stuffed it in your face from the dirt, unless you did that, every single food you eat is processed. Cleaning is processed. Rinsing is a process. Shucking corn, cooking it and putting it in a can, that's processing. Boiling a potato, that's processing, even though boiling a potato we wouldn't think of as bad. If you do anything in order to make it edible, like removing the dirt, that is a process. So any term that is, oh, calcium, oh my god, it's on the periodic table, it must be poison. What is this eldritch alchemical alchemy list of things? It's the stuff we're all made of. But yeah, phosphorus. The devil. What? It must be from the devil. No, it's something we're made of, and apparently we also fart sometimes. It's okay. Carbon is cool. Know your carbons, people. They're all cool. But yeah, anything that's not super duper specific or has a meaning, but it's used as a buzzword to say, ooh, this is good, or ooh, this is bad. You are smart. We are all being smart. We're all smarty pants. Smart McStuffins. That means if I take a bite straight up from a cow, I'm eating non-processed food. Yes. If you eat anything without cutting it, cleaning it, cooking it, rinsing it, baking it, most are genetically modified. Yes. And guess what? Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it's okay. If you look at every single orange carrot, guess what? Those are genetically modified because most of the time carrots come in a rainbow of colors. Here's the thing. Genetic modification does not tell you the method of which the modification happened. Let's say we all grow some carrots. We all go in a field frolicking, plow up all the dirt, get rid of the weeds, and plant some carrots. We'll get orange carrots, purple carrots, white carrots. You might get a magic blue carrot. Blue does not occur in nature, and thus anything that's blue is magic. Okay, it's magic. I don't make the rules. Blue doesn't occur much in nature, so everything blue is magic. Butterfly, magic. In my head. Anyway, if we all grab those carrots and we decide, ooh, we only want orange ones. Blueberries are purple. Blueberries are purple. Blueberries are purple. That's a lie told you by Big Blueberry. They're purple. Anyway, if we go and as a team grow some carrots, and we get purple carrots and white carrots and orange carrots, and that one magical blue carrot that ran away, guess what? We could genetically modify those carrots by only getting seeds from the orange ones. Those are purple and you spelled it wrong. Wait, did you spell it wrong? Blueberries. English is not my first language. Well, Eiley, you're doing very good. I didn't notice. It's okay. We all misspell. We're on the internet. We all misspell stuff. I misspell stuff all the time, and I speak English. It's basically exclusively. But yeah, genetic modification, GMO, doesn't go into the specifics of how it was modified. And thus, it can mean any of the methods, including artificial selection. So let's say you take a plant that makes a range of colors, but you only want one color. If you were to only select the seeds that came from that particular color you want, guess what? You are committing GMO crimes, apparently, because that is the same thing. Now, if you want to get into the specifics of the type of GMO, water, thank y'all. The type of GMO that people are concerned with, that would be the type of GMO where you are going into the genetic code of the genome and doing some sort of edit. But, again, much like chemicals, we've been doing GMOing this whole time. Let's take corn and avocados. Those are very good examples, actually. Avocados did not used to be as small as they are now. They also did not used to have as much of the fleshy green part that we eat. And they used to be hard as rocks because of the seed that you think is large on the inside. It used to make up a way larger percentage of the actual fruit, because the animals that used to eat them used to be what they called megafauna, mostly sloths that were ginormous. We modified avocados by selecting the avocados that we desired, meaning we wanted them to have more fleshy part, more of the part that we could eat, because we can't really eat the seeds, to my knowledge. I'm sure someone will have a recipe out there, but I don't know. The same goes for corn. Corn, the way we know it, used to be very small, with very few seeds. And it used to be super duper hard and not as sweet. Again, because the animals that used to eat them could chew on them as long as it needed, spit out the seeds or poop them. Now you start selecting. Also, this was called mace. It wasn't necessarily called corn. And even before mace, it still looked different from what we even really considered to be mace and corn, I think. I work at a farm, so if it wasn't modified, then I wouldn't have a job. Exactly. But basically, every fruit that we eat has in some way been artificially selected generation over generation over generation over generation over generation over generation to be more palatable. That means sweeter or less bitter or more edible parts. So if you look at a corn cob with its, it may have 100 kernels of corn, 200 kernels of corn. Imagine a tenth of the size, and it's got like 8, and they're hard as rocks. You would have to boil it for days to make those 8 kernels maybe soft enough not to chip a tooth. We did that. We made that. It took a long time, but we made that. People probably used to grind it more into a flour at the time, but eventually they started making other corn. Avocados, same thing. We started selecting and seeding the ones that had more fruit part on them. What else? Green beans that have more seeds, more of the beans per pod. We did that. That was before the term of GMO became bad, but that is genetically modifying based on selection, based on an act of natural selection, except we're quote unquote not natural, but we are because we're part of the ecosystem. But that is kind of weird. You know, beans and corn and cows and horses and sheep and chickens, all modified to an extent. Exactly. More like 800 to 600 kernels. Oh, okay. I've had some corn with big kernels. So I was thinking, yeah, it's probably like 1 or 2. I don't know. Or maybe I've had small corn. I don't count good. But yeah, so non-natural, GMO, chemicals, toxins. Toxins is basically the modern day miasma because it doesn't mean anything. You would be better off saying something has a bad vibe because it's more or less what miasma meant. Toxins are the quote unquote bad stuff. It's not wrong technically, but it's so vague that someone can just stick it on something and it doesn't have to really mean anything. Let's see, what was a specific example I was going to go into? Oh yeah, so anything that says it can get rid of heavy metals, it's possible something like that will happen, but the problem with heavy metals, one of the dangers about them is they tend to get into your bones and your fats. They don't stay in your water. I sound like I'm from Dune. They don't stay in your water. They attach to like the major tissues. And that's why they're so hard to get rid of. That's why they can sometimes stay in your body for the rest of your life. Is because they adhere to the permanent tissues, unfortunately. Titanium bones, you know what, that would be great, except no. It's bad for you. The titanium is bad for your brain, probably. But yeah, that is why. Oh, it detoxifies your kidney. My people in Stoats, your kidney is the detoxifier. It literally that is what your kidneys do. That's your kidney's job. You don't detoxify your kidneys detoxify you. I will not stutter. Your kidneys are the ones that detoxify you. It's not the other way around. I'm sorry. The stuff that doesn't get filtered out is the stuff that you need. You can't filter everything out. You have to keep some of it, otherwise you die. It's very important. They would rub together and the cartilage would break down way quicker. Yes, they would. Along with fats and waters, exactly. Also, you wouldn't grow very well and you would be heavier. Yeah, hypothetical. This is purely a hypothetical problem, but it would be a problem. Yes. My cyberpunk dream won't come true. You don't want your cyberpunk dream to come true. If your cyberpunk dream comes true, there are lots of problems. I think that's an aspect of cyberpunk people forget. Having a bionic arm means you lost your arm, man. That was a perfectly good arm. It's just gone. It's gone. It can't come back. We had to give you this suck-ass metal one that you gotta maintain. You didn't have to maintain your other arm. It just was there. Hallucinated. Yeah, hallucinating that your arm is spicy or something. I don't know. Anyway, where were we? That was a long roundabout derailing. Oh, what was I reading? Oh yeah, so processed versus non-processed. Again, that's marketing. Organic versus not organic. So that does have a meaning. Organic means it has carbon in it. But organic in food production means it doesn't use pesticides. A fun fact, it still uses pesticides, they're just not quote unquote synthetic. Met a schizophrenic at a mental institution and she felt people touching her that weren't there. Oh no. I'm gonna hallucinate my arm is all metal. Exactly. See, that's more fun. Less hospital bills too. The second element identified is vitalism, the body's capacity to heal itself. The enhancement or balancing of life forces, ki, or psychic energy is a main theme and belief of the concept of vitalism. Mechanic bills instead of hospital bills. I suppose if it is mechanic bills, you could learn to mechanic on yourself. Unless you have an iArm from Apple, in which case they all use, their proprietary materials that they don't share in their practices. You need a special license just to use a wrench. I will keep my real arm. The third element identified was science. Alternative medicine's scientific process may match the steps of biomedical scientific techniques, but it depends greatly on observation. Having an Apple arm, that would suck. I know it would. I just go to my dad. He was a mechanic for 14 years professionally, then was a mechanic at a farm I work at for like 20 something years. Exactly. That's who everyone would be going to. I don't know if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist. Have you noticed how I don't know if you guys have seen the anime. I highly recommend it. But all of the people who have mechanical limbs, they're just some dude in a garage. Like, it's some lady and her granddaughter out in the countryside. It's some town where everyone just innovates and makes the stuff themselves. There are no major automail companies, even like the expensive ones. They go to some dude in a town. Some dude or some lady. Like, yeah, that's the best way to have mechanical limbs. Full Metal Alchemist, a lot of people have mechanical limbs due to like accidents and stuff. There are no corporate automail mechanical limb people. It's just someone. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, Alexis. Have a good night. Mwah, 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 mwah. Night, 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 night. Oh, I've been ignoring redeems. Oh no. Brain tapping. I'm going to do the brain tapping.
the